at the end of the day, if Jada was a real one and she was down for him like that, I know my wife she'd have stopped him from going up there.
She would have
stopped him.
Yep.
You can sit here, you can cuss at him all day long from the stands. You can cuss at him and all that. Ain't no need to go up there.
What up, dope? Welcome to Conscious by Nature, where we talk about it because we live it and we understand it because we've been there before. As you can see, we got a lot of kings in the building today, man. So, you know, the scholar, the genius. We're going to pass it around, let everybody introduce themselves, and then we're going to get into it.
Yeah, it's Mr. Pringles the Barber, a.k.a. Always Cutting Head Honcho. I am him, not them. I am him, not them. I got Will Smith on the way. I'm about to cut him up in just a second. The point is, he need a nice cut after that, man. He need a nice cut after that. But yeah, y'all can find me at Mr. Pringles the Barber on Instagram or at Always Cutting Barber Talk. That's it.
It's your boy RNS Main, also known as Yak. From the 3:30 to the 614, you know, 3:30, we don't come early. You know, we up in the building. You know, I represent several things. Winning Rome. We with United Spades, RNS Entertainment, a lot of different things. But I'm here with the Conscious by Nature boys today, just representing. We gonna talk on this hot topic. So let's do it.
Julian Jackson, you can find me, Jay Jackson, on air, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, just on all your forums. Jay Jackson on air. Happy to be on the Conscious by Nature show. That's actually a blessing, so we appreciate you. Yeah, always been a thing for me to go ahead and hop on with some other fellas. So to really be able to chop it up and talk some shit, I'm with it.
All right. Yeah. My name is Mike Mix. I don't have all these cool intros like everybody else, so I'm just gonna jump into it. But you can find me on Instagram. It's 6 kids, 1 tank. Even though I got 7 kids, but it's 6 kids, 1 tank. You dig? Also find us on Facebook. We got a Facebook group, We NVLV. It's a Las Vegas Facebook group. So if you've been to Vegas before, you're looking to go to Vegas, want some information, some discounts, save some money, have a good time, find out about the parties and all that, join the group, We NVLV at Facebook. And aside from that, man, happy to be here. I'm the instigator. I like to throw gas on fires, and I like to talk hella illogical sometimes. So if it don't jive with what y'all believe, then that's just me.
Yo, this is John Chapman, representing that 614. Always about that king life. Just follow me on Instagram at king_0877.
And I'm Walter Hughes, a.k.a. Walt Deasy, brother of D. Lamar. Here tonight to chop it up about Will Smith and Chris Rock.
Hey, Mike, would you put that We NVLV in the chat, please?
Yeah, I need that too, family.
Yeah. So, I got my phone recording, so I can't type nothing in there, but I'll shoot it through later. But it's just that WENVLV. And check it out, Facebook. It's a Facebook group. Appreciate that.
Oh, State, you gonna say something or not?
Am I mute? Can you hear me?
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, what up? Hey, don't just call me Ferg, man. I'm a longtime supporter of Conscious by Nature. I'm a GM in Gahanna. Got a nice little restaurant out there. If you in the Central Ohio area, come check us out. We call it Barrel and Boar. And I'm just here to have a good time. Here for these comments.
Oh, yeah.
I'll rock with Barrel and Boar.
Okay.
That's the one in Gahanna?
That's the one in Gahanna. Go see him.
Oh, that's what's up. Yeah, in there. My folks go over to they go to that side all the time.
Yeah, all right, then. So check it out, man. It's the champ. You know the scholar. You know the genius. You heard it. We teed it up. Hey, man, somebody talk to me, man. Send it all the way up right now.
Hey, well, you know I got the juice, so here we come to squeeze. All right. Will Smith, Chris Rock, you saw what it was. You saw what it is. If you underneath a rock, I don't know where you've been. All right, you saw the smack heard around the world. Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Was the smack justified? Number one. Number two, what's up, man? Did he really defend the honor of his woman, or was that a simp move? Right?
You ready to jump in?
Let's go ahead and jump
Anybody
in,
can go.
Now. First, I want to say Chris Rock took that smack, man. That was the best. They both is good actors. Put it like that. Great actors, because you got to be a great actor to get smacked and still go on and continue the show.
Back to that.
And Will Smith did. What movie did he play? What superhero was he? What superhero?
Hancock.
Hancock. That smack came from Hancock. That was Hancock smack. He practiced that shit.
Now, I want to ask you though. Okay, so is it a smack or is it a slap? Because like he tried. I say smack comes with the whole palm and the follow through.
Yeah,
he kind of seemed like he wanted to smack him, but he got with just like, you know what I'm saying, you know, the upper, you know, ends of the knuckles right there, but still.
It stayed there though.
Yeah,
it stayed there for a second. That wasn't like he didn't follow all the way through. He just let the energy flow through his hand.
If he would have smacked him, he would have been I swear to God.
Now I'm gonna tell you this. If he would have did that shit backstage, it wouldn't have been the same outcome. I think he did that shit in front of the Chris Rock can't have no choice but to let that shit go. He got to get his money. Yeah. So, I mean, I think in a sense it was a simp move, but I understand why he did it.
What I don't understand why he did it. Can somebody please explain the vulgarity of the joke to me? Because I just don't see where
she bald, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I just don't see. I don't see where he crossed the line. You know what I'm saying? Because like, if you cherish your woman, that's one thing. But I mean, she done been ran through and you let her. So like, what's the problem? This an open marriage. Hold on. So like, this a different view. Like, okay, for somebody that don't want nobody smashing their girl, that's something different. But for this dude, he just be like, we go to parties and toss her up. So like,
I don't think it was about that part of it. I think it was more of the principle of what fed up of motherfuckers poking.
Well, why he ain't come smack me then?
I'm gonna tell you this. He probably wouldn't have smacked Steve Harvey.
Nope.
He wouldn't have smacked Bernie Mac.
He wouldn't have smacked no white person either.
Nah, hell nah. He wouldn't have did that shit.
He going to jail.
No,
he going to jail.
It was a statement. It was a statement. I think so, more so than anything, that it was Jada's reaction to it. Like initially they showed her on camera, but when they cut away from her again, and then they showed Will, and he was like, okay. And then they showed her, and she gave him one of those like, and she must have gave Will a look.
Because he was laughing at first.
She must have gave Will a look that your girl gives you, or that, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't have a girl, I don't play that. I don't play that like, oh, you're gonna look at me, I'm gonna do something for you. No, you're not about to give me a look. So anyway, it's like, you know what I'm saying, like your mother used to back in the day, right? Where it's like, damn boy, you know what the hell you need to do right now. So you got his ass up. Because there was a lull. There was a lull for a second. The joke was over. People had their laughs. They showed a couple different cameras, probably 10 seconds, and then he's strutting up there, and he was closest to the stage. He was like 2 tables over from the middle entrance up to the stage. So it took him a second, and then all of a sudden, oh, Richard, you know, and then all of a sudden he's leaning into the, you know, towards the microphone, like, oh, you about to tell me a secret? Hell nah, 5 fingers to the face.
Hey, so listen, check this out. I'm gonna tell you what that look was. That look was, you better get up and do something, or it's gonna be a long car ride home. And I'm going to turn down the radio on the way home, and we're going to talk about it. So you need to act on it. And when on that ride home, I'm going to have you drop me off at August's crib. So you better handle this. What it comes down to is she didn't control dude. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of everybody say they had an open marriage and all this, right? But nobody knew about it. Everybody speculated, but nobody knew for sure until August came out. Right, so my whole thing is, you're gonna take this out on a comedian. Why don't you take this out on August?
Yeah. So, you know what? Like, I feel what you're saying right there. I think the man has a mental problem.
I feel like he broke down right there.
I agree with you.
So pretty much,
stop,
like,
man, y'all cats, man.
like, you know, let me just give it to you. Let me just give it to you real quick.
You better get one of these,
you real quick.
You better get one of
He
these,
said
man.
somebody smashing his wife, no doubt. But everybody ain't got that juice like that.
Right.
That smashing his wife, you know, he up there telling any kind of joke that anybody would take. So, you know, I mean, he said G.I. Jane 2. All right. He don't know your wife got alopecia and she losing her hair. He might not know that shit, but it's still just comedy. You come out your box and you slap him. It was a simp ass move to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you came out of your cool.
All them white people, you smacked them in front of all the
That's
white
what I
people.
keep saying
Made us
too.
look bad.
You come out of your cool.
Unit.
You know what I'm saying? You come out of your cool when you shouldn't have, regardless of whatever fucking look she had. She might not have liked the joke. You got to sit there and be cool about that shit. Denzel told him. He was like, hey, chill out. They talked to him after that shit. You know what I'm saying?
But did you see?
He blew up.
Did you see the way Jada was looking at him though?
I seen it.
Because at first he was laughing. Mm-hmm. At first he thought it was funny and everything. He was laughing like everybody else. Jada gave him that look like, nigga, I don't play that.
That look wasn't saying get up and smack him though. That shit was like he went way overboard. He walked up on the Oscars.
Bro. That look was saying you better do something. That's what that look was saying. You better do something. Because look, at the end of the day, if Jada was a real one and she was down for him like that, I know my wife she'd have stopped him from going up there. She would have stopped him.
Yep.
You can sit here, you can cuss at him all day long from the stands. You can cuss at him and all that. Ain't no need to go up there. This is business right here. That's what my old lady would have done. So she let that happen, man, and she been controlling dude for way too long. And that's why he looks like a simp. And he has for the last couple of years.
You know,
you gotta let them nuts hang.
All this shit is motherfucking Jada's fault. Because at the end of the day, if this shit roles was reversed, they would tell us that we can't control our bitches. And the side bitch then jumped out here and did this and did that. Like, this the same scenario, man. If you doing it, Jada, you got to control your bitches. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't her, man.
Yeah, it is her. It is her. It is her because it's her problem. I ain't heard nobody come out in Hollywood talk about Will Smith this, Will Smith that. None of that shit. This dude fall in love with this chick, and now this shit plastered everywhere, and they got a whole goddamn song. Him and Rick Ross calling entanglement and shit. Like, man,
he been fucking no. He said he had a sexual problem. I think Will just having a mental breakdown. Like he started out kissing the motherfucker in the beginning of his career, so he been getting poked at from the beginning. Yeah. They've been poking and poking and poking and poking him. Eventually, you're gonna have a fucking mental breakdown, and you gotta have a mental breakdown to be on the fucking Oscars. The Oscars can do that shit.
What kind of poking is they doing?
History.
What kind of poking is they doing to him?
No, I mean, like I said, it all depends on what the situations he's got going on at home. Let's be completely real.
Yeah.
And you know, like
that type of
no.
poking.
I mean, many times people bring their home life to work. That's what he did last night. The motherfucker was cracked a joke about his wife, and he brought that home frustration shit out on Chris Rock when he shouldn't have.
So listen, let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this. Because I know everybody on Facebook was saying the big thing was that she has alopecia, right? And she has a disease, right? So he shouldn't be talking or poking fun at her, right? Because that's a condition. I know. That's what comedians do. They talk about fat people.
Mm-hmm.
Some fat
they talk
people
about worse than that. Worse than that.
Yeah, but look, this is my question. But this is my question, though. If he'd have got up there and cracked the joke about the entanglement, cracked the joke about August, would Will have turned around and did the same thing? Or would he have let it slide?
He would have let that shit slide.
Let that shit slide.
So wait a minute. All this shit is over alopecia?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
All this shit
I don't even
about
know supposedly. But
no,
I don't
that shit is a lot of built-up frustration.
Yeah.
Right.
Was the tears real? Was those real tears? Did he really? He's an actor.
All right. So,
he's a professional
I'm with you on that
one. He's an actor.
Because, like, I think the whole damn thing was staged.
I don't. Don't at all.
Oh yeah, I think the walk up stage. I think the slap. These is two actors right here.
When
get the
he sat
Oscar,
down
this
and
motherfucker
said,
crying and shit.
"Don't put my wife's name in your fucking mouth." It was real.
That's when it got real. That's when
It's
let
real.
you know it was real. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Hey,
Did this
If he was-
motherfucker
if
win an
it was
Oscar
acting-
last night or not?
No, he shouldn't have won it.
Wait a minute now. Wait a minute now.
Brother, don't say
Did
that
this
shit unless
motherfucker
you
win an
serious.
Oscar last night or not?
Chris Rock should have won his Oscar. Chris Rock should have won his Oscar because he got smacked, didn't retaliate, and continued the fucking show. If a nigga smack you and you continue to show, you the coldest actor in the fucking world.
He is. He cold as hell. Because there ain't no way.
I couldn't have did that.
Ain't no way no regular person in no regular moment taking that slap. That shit stays. With no aggression.
Hold up.
With
How
no
many
aggression.
dudes you seen get smacked and did something? I ain't never seen nobody get smacked and retaliated. Never. He smacked the fight out of him. He forgot he knew how to fight.
Check this out. If that was staged, if it was fake, hey, that's messed up. Because
make it
now
worse.
you got two black people
Yes.
that's perpetuating this in front of the whole world at a point in time in the environment in the world where everything is tense as it is, and it makes us look like fools. So if you stage that, that's bad, bro.
Look, you know what Karen's saying right now? Oh, I told you they were gonna act up at the show. That's why you shouldn't invite them. Like that's the shit that they're saying. They're saying take his Oscar. That's what they are saying. They're saying take his Oscar. We didn't think it would be Will Smith, but you know, well, geez. I mean, if there was anyone, it would have had to be him. And people are starting to say that the Oscars are perpetuating violence by all the past rapists and other like producers and shit who were white males who were been doing this shit everywhere. Harvey Weinstein, the rest. You can't relate that situation to this situation. This is really getting frustrating because that's where I'm like, I have Will's back at the end of the day because people make mistakes, but it really burns me up that they're like, oh, well, okay, well, let's call for this now. You didn't want to take any other person's Oscar away, but someone slapped somebody on stage. Meanwhile, we had rapists and sexual assaults that never got taken away. Like, don't even take it there.
I agree with that. They want to ruin.
He hasn't been arrested yet. Right.
They want to ruin your whole career because of one incident. It was a bad look. No doubt about that. I mean, the man did apologize after the fact.
Bad of a look.
Whatever. I mean, it is a bad look, man.
Well, because last night when they had that Oscars last night, it was actually being directed by a black director for like the first time ever. And then you had all that black, and then you had all that black excellence in the room, and then it was like the first time ever in the Oscars to have that.
So let me ask you this: Who paid for the sabotage? Who paid for the sabotage? Because what you telling me is
right.
What you telling me is this is straight sabotage.
Y'all tripping with the August shit.
Yeah, because the thing is, and then he goes up there and smacks him. I mean, he had a real moment where he should have just he should have just handled that after the fact. Because if been me, I would have just waited till the show was over. I'd pull Chris to the side. Like, hey man, we need to have a talk. Yeah, man, don't ever in your life say that again.
Somebody got paid.
I'm gonna tell you what, like this. If I was Chris, I would have slapped the shit off him off air though. I'd have fucked him up. You ain't gonna slap me.
As soon as he gets backstage,
hold on.
putting hands on you.
Hold on.
As long as it's backstage.
Hold on. I'm not waiting until backstage, motherfucker. The game is on right now. All right. As soon as the cat starts making a move, he started to make a move up to the front. He ain't making a move up to the front to whisper sweet nothings in your ear. Nigga, he made a move to do something.
That phone number that he was going to get into the show, that phone number check, you would have waited. Them numbers, them digits, you would have waited.
We talking about cats who already got the paper. So now you disrespect me as a man. I'm gonna have to check you right then. Fuck the Oscar. Fuck anybody up in here because we about to move furniture up in this bitch. You can't do that to me.
Hey, Todd, check this out though. A couple points real quick. You said the dude approaching you, he ain't about to whisper sweet nothings in your ear, right?
You let him approach you.
Let's not forget the first movie Will was in when he kissed the man. So maybe he was going. Maybe he thought
Get out of here, man.
Hey, I'm just saying. But look, check this out though. On the real, I think this is what it all boils down to. So everybody's saying that you gotta defend your wife. You know what I'm saying? And all the women on Facebook and the new tough guys is, I never let nobody disrespect my wife like that, right? But you understand, man, but there's levels to it, right?
No doubt.
Chris didn't approach him with violence. You know what I'm saying? Just as Will got back to his seat and cussed him out, hey, Will could have just cussed him out. He didn't have to approach the stage. And not like Chris went over there and slapped his wife. You know what I'm saying? All that was uncalled for. And the problem with it is now everybody's seen it. So now people think this is the perfect way for conflict resolution. You get disrespected, you go ahead and take it to the extreme.
Right.
And now it's on a national platform. So it looks foolish and it's sending a bad message. And you know, just a side note, with Columbus or Ohio passing that new law where you don't have to have a permit to carry guns, now you're going to have a whole nation of idiots carrying guns that as soon as they feel disrespected, they think they within their rights to pull it out and shoot somebody.
That's a whole nother rabbit hole, but you're right.
I see the correlation. I see the correlation because
there is a correlation, but I didn't think we was gonna go down.
It's all about disrespect and how people feel they need to handle disrespect.
It's so how you perceive the disrespect. How you perceive that disrespect.
You know when a dude trying to fight, a dude want to fight when there's a whole bunch of people around.
Yeah,
nigga, let's go behind this wall, behind this building and fight. We don't need no. Will did some shit that he knew that it was not going to be no retaliation. He knew that. He knew when he walked up there what was going to happen. I'm gonna smack him. He don't know he about to get smacked, and he can't retaliate because he's hosting the Oscars.
Man, he already knew because they had rehearsed this shit. They rehearsed this shit, man. They rehearsed this shit. This shit ain't. Listen, man.
Let me say this.
I just know this, man. It's too much black excellence going on in that room for it not to be some sabotage by the other side. Period. Point blank. You gotta understand the situation and where we live at. What's the young comedian, the little short dude that turned it down? They pulled the shit from him a couple years ago.
Kevin Hart.
There you go, Kevin Hart.
He said something.
No, because he tweeted some shit like 6 years ago or some shit.
Exactly.
Prior.
Exactly.
And the motherfucker pulled him off hosting the Oscars. So you telling me now we got a black host, a black dude winning, a black director, a black producer, and ain't no sabotage? Bullshit ain't nothing.
I just want to
you think that they paid? He signed up for that to basically diminish our whole look as a culture. He signed up for that.
Nope. So even if he did, but just to get technical, there were two black hosts. Who is it? Regina Hall and Wanda Sykes, and then it was Amy Schumer, was like the actual host. Chris Rock was up there to give a small presentation, and he just went ahead and did his thing. So he wasn't the. I just want that to be known that he wasn't the host from beginning to end. He came out for a presentation.
Well, I would say this: shame on them if they went down with the hoax. Shame on y'all, man. That's a terrible look. You know what I'm saying? And so y'all willing to take that? For what?
I don't think it's
for the optics. Are you kidding me?
For the optics, it's a payday.
He wouldn't have did it to Dave Chappelle. He wouldn't have did it to Dave.
Oh, you ain't
Chappelle would have said,
man, stop it, man. We already know. That's why the whole thing is staged. Both of these dudes in Hollywood is gummy bears now, man.
I mean, listen. Let me give you this perspective. There are certain black people who they don't really believe are with our side of the team.
And that's
Will is one of those people.
Facts.
Will is one of those people what they believe is like, that's a white black guy.
That's a white black man. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why it meant so much more. But when he acted out, it's like, oh shit, what the fuck is going on over here?
Yeah.
When I spoke about his mentals being messed up, I watched this dude have several breakdowns, to be honest, bro. If you watch his social at all, he had a show where he was supposed to be getting in shape and really fit. And then he changed that shit and said, I got to stop. I don't want to get in shape anymore. I'm going to eat burgers. I'm going to do all of this. I just want to do what I want. He's just having all of these mental breakdowns based on the shit that's happening in his personal life. And that's why it caused him to have that moment. We're saying he simped up. No doubt he did. But he had a moment where he lost.
He had a Kanye moment. I'm gonna tell you. That's the only other person that would have did that shit. Kanye would have did. That's the only other person I know that would have broke the stage.
Man, cats don't get a pass For being
I get it, they don't get a
soft, man. Y'all
We just talking about
you're not getting no pass from me, man. You better be stronger in your mentality, man. I'm not trying to hear that shit, man.
I feel it, but look, what happened to Myles Garrett while he was working on the field? He was spoken word, right, and we know what was said, or what was allegedly said, right? But my man blacked the fuck out and swung a helmet at dude, tried to kill him. Right then and there on the field, in front of millions of people, right? Yeah. Same kind of shit. Way different setting.
Nah, this ain't the same kind of shit.
You don't think
this ain't the same type of shit. This shit ain't even close. That shit mean a whole lot more. That's a whole different rabbit hole.
I'm just telling you.
Let me ask you this though. So if we're saying that he snapped in that moment, right? Mm-hmm. And he just blacked out or whatever the case may be.
Yep.
We can't turn around and say, oh, he wouldn't have done that to so-and-so. Because if he snapped out, he would have done it to anybody.
That motherfucker was conscious. He was conscious of everything that he was doing. He knew who he was doing it to.
And he showed
who feel like when we say you're Simp, that he knew who his opponent was.
Exactly.
So he thought it was, all right, this is what I'm going to fuck up real quick. This is what I'm going to do.
Oh, you saying just from a physical standpoint? You saying just from a physical standpoint? He felt like he was going to fuck him up?
Yeah, he felt like he had the overhand over Chris Rock. He knew he wasn't gonna get knocked out. He knew a nigga wasn't gonna knock him out right there because he could have got knocked out at the Oscars in front of everybody.
But somebody also said if it was a small white dude, he wouldn't have did that to him though.
So it's status. So it's a status thing. I don't think he would have did it to a small white dude.
Listen,
hold on, real quick. Technically, he did it to a small white dude. Remember, I think it was over in England where a cat tried to kiss him or something like that, or London, something like that. And he did back at him.
Yeah.
So he been smacking. He been putting the SmackDown Smack DVD.
Oh, he did smack that white dude.
Real cold.
But
he was like, this ain't my first movie. And smacked the little white dude off.
He smacked that white dude. He smacked that white dude.
He smacked him and turned around promptly and walked away. He didn't smack him and stand there for no confrontation. He ain't want that. Now let's say on the same side, just like you said, he's a safe one. He is. That's what everybody considers.
Yeah.
They let him go sit back in his seat and enjoy the rest of the show. Now if Simp would have done that, if a whole host of other people would have done that, they would have been surrounded.
Security didn't show up or nothing.
Because he's white for real.
That's what they look at him. All right, he's a white man. So with all that being said, we still don't believe this shit is staged. I mean, with everything everybody's saying,
you're not staging to smack me.
No, somebody
between two actors, right? Like this ain't two regular dudes. This ain't two basketball players. This ain't the ESPYs and shit. This is the Oscars. We're actor on actor, where we done stunt after stunt after stunt. This is a fucking stunt, nigga.
Listen, you telling me that Chris Rock signed up to be the motherfucker?
That's what I'm saying. No.
Yeah, smack me in the face.
Have you seen Chris Rock movies? Have you seen Chris? Yeah. So I believe if you can get anybody to sign up to get slapped, that motherfucker ain't winning
for no paper.
No, Chris Rock ain't pressed for no paper.
No, I didn't say he was pressed for no paper.
He's about to go on tour.
He said when he got up, he said, "Uh-oh."
He said, "This motherfucker just slapped the shit out."
Hey, let me ask you something. How much? What you think Chris Rock tour gonna do now that they got fucking cracked in the face?
Oh no,
Oscars. Man, y'all niggas ain't with me though. Why y'all not with me right now? I don't understand why y'all not with me right now.
It's gonna sell more tickets.
But check this out though.
Chris Rock is he the winner to me.
No doubt.
That motherfucker kept going and did the show.
He kept going.
Remarkable to me.
Hey, but listen, a 50,000 seat arena that sat 50,000 people a week ago, just because the tickets is going up, it ain't gonna seat 100,000 now. It's not like his tour was hurting. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't need to pull the stunt. And if it was a stunt, why did Will apologize to the Academy? There would have been no reason to apologize.
He
was crying because he won the award.
No, he was crying. He was crying to get back in good graces with the Academy Awards. He knew that he fucked up. He knew he fucked up.
Thank you. Somebody.
Hey, but I'll also, but you can say all that, but I'm also going to let y'all know a little bit about, okay, so like, it's still television. This is a production, right? So Chris Rock kept that show going, and they did everything they could to save face to finish the show. You just ain't going to cut the Oscars off. Right? They even ran a little bit late. They were running behind. I just saw some of the things that they were doing from behind the scenes. And I tapped into that virtual reality joint too, that you could check all the shit in the background. Just like they did for the Super Bowl halftime show.
Yeah.
If y'all didn't catch it, you missed it, but it's dope. That whole thing, you could see kind of bodies moving. And it was also reported that someone who was on site, his publicist, or his PR rep, right, came out and then wrote big, bold letters and said, don't go rogue. Like, you need to stay your ass right here, Will. You know? So they all know something we don't know. But regardless of what happened, there ain't no way it was staged because the stutter, everything, the reaction from Chris Rock, what it was that you got after he was like he totally, if the teleprompter was going, the teleprompter he would have lost his whole, he didn't know what the fuck to say.
Yeah, that was freestyle. Freestyle.
He was like, wow.
Yeah. Remember,
and the first thing he had to say was, "That's the greatest moment in television history."
Well, technically, the first thing he was like, "I could have," and he stopped himself. He was about to open up a can, talking his talk, and open up some secrets.
Now, if you pay attention to it, he did lock his right hand up to swing. I look back at it. He thought about the swing. He was fucked up for a second.
I mean, how could you not, bro? That's a reaction.
That's the reaction. That's how you know who
Hey
it is.
man, are we forgetting about these cast as actors?
Come
You
on,
gotta
buddy.
make this shit.
How come it
Nah, nigga, you're not gonna.
There's a time when you stop acting.
This shit was some bullshit, man.
That's no act.
Yeah, man. That's
There's a time when you stop acting.
This shit is
So
all
get
a
back to the
dream.
nucleus.
He
though.
smacked him with 7 pounds. He
Yeah,
smacked
he smacked him with 7 pounds, and he took that shit because he a good ass actor. That nigga,
right though.
you know what I'm saying? Bounce back with that
Take it back
shit.
to the nucleus. Take it back to the nucleus, though. The reason that he did it was he justified for getting up there and hitting him. That's the big debate.
He's
Was
not.
he really defending his woman, or was he being a sucker and being pushed into the line of fire?
No, I think that's like a generalized argument when people like, oh, is he defending his woman? When people make it generalized like that, like any man is going to do something to defend his woman. So that's kind of like a whack viewpoint that, like you said earlier, like a lot of women obviously is going to grab this and use this as some type of badge. You know what I'm saying? To carry forward like, hey, ride for me at all costs. But I don't even really think he came off like that. He went up there like, I think it was just a snap of the moment type shit. Unless they got some type of previous beef that we don't know about, which I don't know what type of relationship.
Said something about her before.
But this thing, it wasn't no, and so the whole thing to me, it clicked in because he was laughing at it. And it wasn't until he looked at her till he looked at it. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't no snap, more of a, oh, you better go do something. She gave him that look. You know what I'm saying? And everybody like, oh, his wife was hurt. But like I said, at the end of the day, man, he ain't come and slap his wife. He ain't talk about his wife's mama. He a comedian, bruh. You soft for letting it go that far. You could have just cussed him out for right there. Just like Dave Chappelle did the Nutty Professor. You just got on him. Y'all could have shot back and forth. And then afterwards, you could have pulled him to the side. But to get up and assault the dude on stage in front of everybody, like, it's just a bad look, and if that's fake, that's worse.
I totally agree with that. Yeah.
So let me ask you this. Did Chris Rock fuck Jada?
No, that's the thing.
Never?
I don't know.
Wait a minute now. Never?
That's not got nothing to do with that.
No, it don't.
Nah, because hold up, you can't smack a motherfucker for fucking her. You need to smack her. She the one who fucked him. She the one who got fucked.
Hey, that's the player.
That would be simping twice.
Yeah, you can't smack him for fucking her.
I mean, it's a fair question.
So let's get down to the root issue there.
August.
Hold on.
August.
Go ahead, Ty.
Let's get down to the root issue. And we talked about this on an earlier show. Making sure you pick the right woman having on your team. All right? She ain't no good. She ain't never been no good. All right? She been talking about this man on the Red Table Talk. Pillow talking to other men about this dude.
Yep.
Come on, man. You hear women come out here talking about protect the queen and this, that, the other. Hell no. Hell no.
He must be more in love with her than she is with him.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta go with that. If she choosing to fuck somebody behind, well, not even behind your back, bro, you accepting that shit. Like, I mean, it's
she making him feel less of a man.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean by the man's frustration. Pringles. That's what I mean by his frustration. He dealing with all this shit. And it's just like,
It's a collective thing.
Trying to get his man back. He's trying to get his man back. So he's just doing any fucking thing. I'm about to jump on stage at the Oscars and smack man. Damn, she done snatched his nut.
Hey man, listen, if you want your man's back, you Will Smith. Just go out here, knock down some of these 20-year-old bitches real quick.
He did it already. It didn't work. He done fucked everything. It didn't move her.
You ain't listen, let me tell you something. You ain't fucked everything. Go back out there.
So the man apologized. Like you said, he got his award. He apologized to the Academy. And then today he went on IG and he did a formal apology to Chris Rock. He apologized for his actions and because I believe, like what Mike was talking about earlier, what it shows to the community, what it shows to us. And we're talking about black people because when I saw his acceptance speech, I felt that he was tapping into his blackness right then. He was really speaking to our people. He was speaking on what Denzel said
after he took the check. All right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, just real talk. This is how I felt it. I was like, all right, he realized he fucked up. He realized how he let his weakness show right here. So him coming back from that makes me kind of root for the man. No doubt.
BC, that shit don't make me root for him.
Because
at the end of the day, I knew his bitch ass was after the slap. His bitch ass was gonna get up there at the end and do this apology and nut up and all this other shit. Cause I expected that shit to come, man. Because you know why? Motherfucker, I went to film school. I know what production is. Nigga, I know what this shit look like. You think this shit? All right, man.
I got a question. What do Jada got that they fuck Jada and they with Jada and they all have a mental disorder after? Because August had mental problems too.
Yeah, he did.
Jada. He was crazy too. Bill went crazy. August went crazy. What
got the Erykah Badu, bro?
Nah,
got the Erykah Badu.
Got that Baduism.
Yeah. You don't fuck Erykah Badu.
I ain't checking for Jada like that. She ain't got what I want.
She gets you.
Hey, the crazy part about the whole WAP though is what the real sad part is. The whole reason he was there for the movie about Venus and Serena and her dad.
Exactly.
Now this totally overshadowed that huge account. Like it was huge for them to make that movie, but then to win an Oscar off the movie was like through the stratosphere, and nobody talks about that.
And you don't think this is sabotage?
And
y'all don't think none of this is all this shit is coincidence. Everybody's saying this all.
So why would he want the movie not to get no sign? If I'm going to try to go to your point, why would he want the movie not to get no sign, money?
Do you people adopt the character that they in the movies? I think sometimes they be adopting the character.
They do.
He adopted the character, whoever he was playing.
But he got too many characters. That motherfucker lost in characters.
Venus Serena was actually there.
Hey, people do adopt their characters in movies. Let's thank God Denzel didn't turn into Lonzo last night for Training Day.
That shit been long gone though. That's out of his system. That shit long gone, man.
But have y'all read? Had y'all read
into Joe Jackson last night?
had y'all read his book? I didn't read the book, but someone enlightened me over some of the contents of his book. That went over some of the stuff from his childhood. And he's got some complexes. He's got some things that he needs to deal with. And I think those resurfaced when he was shooting this movie. And a lot of that stuff really had him thinking like, okay, who am I? And then in his speech last night, you could tell that like, there's definitely not something completely cool with him. You know how like recently his post when he got, all his shit was blowing up. Everybody, millions of likes, right? Because he was one of the last people to get IG. And he's been traveling the world, doing all this, all like this bucket list type shit.
That's what I'm saying.
He's doing the best to enjoy himself because he's in a state of like panic. What do people tell you to do? Like, oh, you should take a vacation. So he's doing that on a daily basis. And then he's doing this movie. I mean, he's got all this shit going on at home.
Right.
So a lot of that does make sense because he's trying to break free from this reality that he's living in.
And that's what I was speaking to about his mental state. Because exactly what you just said, J. Jack. He's doing all these extra things in his life because he said himself, I've always been cast to a role. I can't be me. People see me as this Superman, but I'm just a regular guy, but I can never be myself. Like this dude is really dealing with a lot. And that makes me feel bad for him. He got mental trauma. We all got some.
Yeah.
And the man flipped out at the wrong time.
Yeah, let's be honest. Look at his family. I mean, no disrespect to talk about anybody's family. My family crazy as hell too.
Yeah.
But it's always been something wild going on with everybody in that family.
Explain that. Explain. Go ahead. What's wrong with him? So,
Oh man, you already know, bro. Look, I ain't want to talk about nobody's kids because then I've been to whoop
they're
somebody's
grown.
ass.
These are adults, though. These are still adults.
I mean, they different. Let's put it like
different.
that.
They different.
22, that's the label. It's just always seemed like their house has been very much let the kids do whatever they want to do, explore any avenue. You know, it's just the same way their marriage is. Do whatever you want to do, explore. That's what it seems like, and it's always been like that in the media. You know, hell, she's still infatuated with Tupac, and how long Pac been dead for?
Man, she's still having sex with the ghost of Tupac. We talked about this, man.
She snatched his manhood from the beginning, from the gate, because he had to accept the fact that she's infatuated with Tupac.
Yeah.
Then you go sleep with August. This is out in the open. My kids is different. They saying I kissed the dude when I first got on. Y'all motherfuckers, y'all is just poking at me.
And I mean, Wild West.
So at what point did we hold ourselves accountable for our actions? I'll tell you, like, at what point did we hold ourselves accountable for the actions? You know what I'm saying? You set the table for yourself.
He did. He made a bed last night too.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. If Jada was the one that gave him the look, who's to say that Jada ain't the one pulling the strings on the whole sabotage?
Hold on, I got something for you. So
it's too much coincidence, that shit that I don't believe. I don't believe in coincidence, nigga. Shit just don't happen to be happening. It's too much dominoes falling in this conversation that make me believe that this shit wasn't a setup.
You ain't never met a sucker?
I know plenty of them. This story is surrounded by two of these motherfuckers, and we giving these niggas passes, and that's what I don't like.
I ain't giving no pass, bro.
Yeah, you giving a pass? You giving a motherfucker a pass?
Well, if Jada is making moves, why didn't she say shit? Why didn't Jada say keep your name? You know what I'm saying? Keep my name out your mouth. She should have said it. Me Too movement, right? All equal, right? What you want, women? You want to be head of the household, or you want the provision and protection? Which one?
They want to be the boss, just like that, and call the shots, and then send him up there and smack him. That's what they looking for.
He got sacrificed. She sacrificed him. That's what happened.
I think
his character got sacrificed. She sat in the seat. He got up there and cried at the end. She congratulated his speech and everything. She said, "Yes." Everybody understood.
Hey Pringles. He got sacrificed, so now that she got something else to talk about in that red table talk.
You damn right. That's content. We back to content.
What's happening is, in my personal opinion, as a gender flip. All right. Now you've seen the lady sit back cool, and the man out here all emotional.
Crash dump.
Man out here crying and shit. You've seen it.
Exactly what just happened. You fucking right.
You've seen it.
Hey man,
cold on her toes. She cold in a motherfucker.
I'm trying to told you. Motherfuckers is out here pushing buttons. This ain't by accident. This shit did not happen by accident last night. This shit is not like an emotional tone. Motherfuckers been going through this shit been putting this together.
So you're saying that this was set up to happen. It wasn't staged because the producers of the damn Oscars not staged. We're gonna have them do this. Right. You're saying it was set up by outsiders or insiders to proctor this response from Will Smith to do something crazy.
No, she mentally set him up. That's what he's saying. Mentally, she's in his head.
I'm saying both of the motherfucking things. All of it. All of it. Combine what you saying and what you saying and put that shit together and we got something now. Because this shit smell like bullshit.
Man, listen. Hey, forget what y'all talking about. Listen, this is my real issue, bro. I've been waiting about 10 years for this. And I finally got some good news a couple weeks ago that they was going to make another I Am Legend. Now I'm worried that it ain't going to come out.
Oh, it's
that's the real tragedy.
I Am Legend is my shit.
I love that movie.
That is my shit.
I love that movie.
You just seen it last night. That was the fucking preview. That's gonna be in the movie.
All right, hey, where was the dog though? That's all I need. You know what I'm saying? Little Sam dog.
I'd have ate that dog. I'd have ate that dog by now.
I think a role right there.
I think Chris Rock was the dog.
Yeah, no, Chris Rock was the mannequin.
Yeah.
Fred!
Jada
killed
Pinkett was the dog. Because she was the one that gave the head nod. So she ain't speak at all. She just nodded her head. And he went.
Check this out, man. Check this out. Let's just talk to the fellas real quick out here, man. Don't drop masculine frame. Don't drop it, man. You know what I'm saying? She came to him on, so you better do something. He should have been like, chill.
Yep.
That's it. I'll handle that later.
He was already a volcano. It's been building for so long. He couldn't have did it. He had a breakdown.
This was definitely a collective culmination of emotions, and all the media and all the badgering and the talk about him.
And shame on him.
The bucket just overflowed that night.
And that's what I mean by
a real moment.
You know, like I'm not giving them a pass. Like when we talk about Jada,
I'm not giving them a pass either.
It's up to you. It's up to you who you don't. Nobody can make you do shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You will listen to your own response to everything. If she doing what the fuck she do and you feel like blowing up and acting a fool, that's on you. That makes you look weak.
Yep.
In every aspect.
Sacrifice.
While you at work receiving an award, and you go up and do that. Now you don't know until the envelope opens. They put the disclaimer at the end of it. But regardless of all of the rest of that, still, I believe he in his mental state and that moment that was a snap, that would have happened. I don't care who was up there. He at least would have approached the situation. He still would have walked up there. Is he going to smack Steve Harvey? I don't know. We don't know because we didn't see that. I would hope not. But he's gonna approach him. I still feel he's gonna walk up and approach. Or maybe Jada would have took it differently. I don't know what the history is.
Pringles, and Mike said it earlier. It's levels to the shit.
Yeah.
You know when it's time to act up. Your woman might be giving you signals all the fucking time. You're gonna be like, hey, hold up, just chill out.
Yeah.
Chill out.
Yep.
You know when it's time to go. And it wasn't fucking time.
Mike Tyson would have been up there on his podcast talking shit. You wouldn't have did it.
Mike Tyson did it. Mike Tyson did
it. That's what I'm saying. If it's different, it can't be. You can't pick and choose. You're gonna black out. You're gonna black out on everything. You're gonna black out and get your ass knocked out. That's just simple.
This shit.
You willing to accept the knockout because you blacked out. You don't give a fuck.
So that's what you're right. And so that's exactly what I'm saying.
That's why I always keep your cool.
That's why it was Chris Rock out there with the jokes. That why it wasn't David Chappelle. This shit was all right. You know what? This shit was handpicked. This shit from the smallest detail. When we talk about production, everybody is handpicked. Handpicked, man. Chris Rock was handpicked to come out there. They could have got any comedian. They could have got. He wasn't like Jay Jack said. He wasn't even a host and shit. They could have got any fucking body to come out there and present that shit. They chose to bring him.
Maybe they wrote his joke. So he really didn't know that he was about to be even doing that. He just read what the fuck he was supposed to read.
You're right. So Pringle, you right on because I think there was a cat, his name goes by Kevin T. Porter, who wrote the joke. He wrote the joke.
He wrote the joke. He set him up. That's why he was like, uh-oh.
What did you say? What did you say? What did you say? What did you say? What did you say?
That doesn't mean it was staged, though. He only went with what he had. He read it. He like, uh-oh, what the
exactly. You saying it, Pringles, you hear yourself. You hear yourself in production.
If somebody is writing what you got to say right now, you just read it and you basically like, okay, this is cool. You ain't knowing that Will about to get up and smack the shit out of you. Like, hold up, damn it, y'all shouldn't have wrote this. Why the fuck did y'all set me up?
But I don't even think it's that.
Charges. He's not pressing charges.
How was he supposed to know that he was gonna slap him? He could have came up there and did anything. He could have came up there and did some silly shit. I mean, this is actors. This is the Oscars.
He could have grabbed the mic. He could have grabbed the mic and said, "Hey, that shit's not funny." Blah blah blah.
You never know what he was gonna do. That's why he wasn't prepared to be smacked.
That? Let me ask you this. You guys really think that he didn't see the fucking script? That was the first time he seen the joke. Do you think that's the first time he read that fucking joke on the teleprompter right there?
He read the joke. He thought it was okay. He thought it was okay.
He thought it was cool. It wasn't a bad joke.
Exactly.
It wasn't that bad.
I mean,
Exactly. There was nothing to the fucking joke at all. But the bitch had alopecia and got offended.
Man, he didn't get up there and say you got alopecia. He said G.I. Jane too.
Yeah, he did.
He got a bald head like a soldier.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
But at the end of the day, the question is, what do they have to gain by staging this? That's the real root of the question.
Nothing.
They all got
diminishment.
papers, so it ain't money.
It ain't nothing to gain for us. It's the
No,
diminishment.
for them, it ain't nothing.
It's to gain for the other side. That's what y'all don't get.
But they're not gonna sign up for them to gain.
But I don't think it's staged.
You don't think?
I think it is diminishment for us when we show ourselves in that light. But I don't feel like it was staged at all.
So let me ride with money for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Let me ride with that. So this was an opportunity to really celebrate black fathers for real. So let's go with money's thought, right? And say, you know what I'm saying, let's go ahead and sabotage that because we don't want to put that out there in the atmosphere. That if you have a strong black male, a strong black role model, that you can, hey, shit can happen. Like what you see in Venus and Serena, right?
Yeah. Now all of a sudden they get to say, oh, hey, black men are violent. Oh, man, he couldn't have been that great of a dad. He probably beat his kids. Even every other stereotype, right? Because there are certain people who didn't come from certain places, okay, or certain backgrounds, and they dealt with none of that. They cannot relate to any childhood experience that some of us have had, or the majority of the public, the shit that you see on the news. They're not able to relate to that. That's nothing they ever had. If your kid was a nanny, if you had an abusive parents, if your parents weren't around because they paid for your nanny, Consuela, to take care of you, then you didn't know your damn parents. And if mom was doing something wrong to dad, or there's a lot. It goes deep. It goes deep into it because they can never relate to some experiences that certain people have had, and the majority of them are from the black community. Period. Well, sadly, it will be viewed that way. Sadly, it will be. And that's why I think it's important, like I said, his apology, the things he's saying after the fact, and what he does going forward to show that, because you can't take it back. And, and that's why, like I say, I root for these guys, or will, like I said, to stand and be a bigger man this time, because you fucked up last time. You did. And you owe that man an apology for him. He's a comedian telling jokes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's all about what we can do going forward, because the damage is done. And the other team already want to see you down bad and make you look bad. And that's how they think about us anyhow. Yeah. So.
But he needs to come out. And I don't know what he said in his apology, but if he didn't say it, he needs to denounce the way that he handled it and tell brothers and everybody out there, you can defend your woman without putting your hands on somebody. That's the real way to make a difference, because, as I said, there's a whole lot of cheerleaders right now that feel validated that the only way to protect your woman is to go out and put hands on somebody. And that's not always the case. Now, if it's violence being brought to you, handle it that way. But if somebody's just talking, a comedian at that, bro, you out of pocket for real, And now, so we have this. We had a Kanye West running up on stage. You know what I'm saying? And it paints a bad picture of us as black people at these award shows.
You know the difference in that? Kanye ran up on a white woman. Will wouldn't have did that to a white man.
So Will didn't
flat out. Will wouldn't have did that.
Hey, but I wish we would have, so we could have seen what that result was like, because it was a man, an angry black man, versus a little white girl at that time, which is complete bullshit. Because Taylor Swift was, I don't even know she was 20 yet. But I think this shit's funny as hell. All right, look, Kanye West was convicted to go up there and say Beyonce.
Though. He was just
he did.
He didn't attack her, but she was there were so many young girls and fans, and just people. Just we weren't listening to Taylor, we were listening to Kanye. So we were like, bro, fuck, I rock with Kanye on this, right? Yeah. He took the mic and people blew up over it. Oh my gosh! Oh, poor Taylor Swift. I just can't believe this.
But that fed into the stereotype once again of us being violent and angry. But all he was doing was saying, hey, in his own way, because he's an abstract, eccentric dude, as we know.
bipolar,
Beyonce shit was better, and it was. Let's be honest.
It was.
Motherfucker Beyonce.
But he ain't have to do that. He ain't have to do that though.
He did because that's not having any professionalism or cool about yourself.
Yeah.
Which he lacks.
But we all done got placed in a situation where we acted out of character. You can't even say out of character. You just had some shit that was built up, and you just spazzed out at the moment. Mm-hmm. So they allowed to have the same thing. Only thing is, if Will was broke and he was trying to get on, he would have let that shit slide. So Will already know he in good graces. So he knows that he can pull this off. I think that he felt like he wanted to do it. He like, shit, I'm going to go ahead and get it off because I know I can get it off.
So for me on this one, it's like
say what?
It's like this though. Because it was because the joke was funny. I don't
even think he recognized the. Listen, you notice how he was talking about the white couple first. Then he rolled over into Jada, and he said it. I think Will was fucking fake laughing from the first fucking joke. He just laughed.
He heard it, bro.
He didn't understand that.
It wasn't until his wife looked at him and was like, "Oh, that's funny."
That was the cue to go. That's the cue for the stage. Oh, you know what I'm saying? This is your mark right here. Action. You know what I'm saying? Yes.
You look fucked up if you move that way. If she say, "Oh, that's funny," and you move, you look fucked up on both ends.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because you couldn't even tell her, like, "Hold up, just relax."
Yeah.
That's why he's a simp. That's why he's a simp movie.
Right, because he's lost himself, bro. He taking all this punishment. He done lost himself. And like you said, if it's that easy for your woman to just do that and you go, he trying to find himself right now. He lost.
Once your woman cheat and you accept her back, you already done lost yourself.
Wait a minute, this ain't the first motherfucker she done fuck. What is we talking about here?
Okay, period. That's what I'm saying.
What is we talking about?
Once your woman cheat one time, you lose yourself, and now you're trying to rebuild. You can only rebuild.
But is it really cheating though? If they in an open relationship, is it really cheating?
That motherfucker opened up because she cheated. That's what I'm saying. Well, no, somebody cheated to open the door for it.
Because she wasn't supposed to be cut. Yeah, she wasn't supposed to be cut off from Aerosmith. And then he went and blasted it out to the whole world.
Yeah.
So, and I don't care. I mean, if you're in an open relationship, that's cool. But you notice people speculated about it, but nobody knew about the open relationship until August did something. So why be tough with the comedian instead of the cat that's putting all your legit business out in the street and making you look like a fool?
But we don't know what went on behind the scenes either.
We don't know.
And I got a good feeling that I do know, but all y'all niggas on here in denial about this shit. So it's cool. I can't get one cat to co-sign that.
Hold on, family. I gave you the co-sign.
He did.
All right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Money said the fix is in. Money said the cost repairs is on the glove.
All right, man.
August doing now.
On some real shit, we about to get up out of here, man. So we're gonna do a roll call, man. Everybody just say they peace outs and they goodbyes and shit, man. And somebody go ahead and take that shit away.
I'm up out of here. Mr. Pringles the Barber, a.k.a. always couldn't say it, Honcho. I am him, not them. I am him, not them. Shout out to Chris Rock. Shout out to Will Smith. And like I said, Chris Rock first because he's about to be, he just promoted himself for the next movie. He can be smacked and continue going forward. Will Smith, you got to deal with your emotions better. Get your money. Hey, make sure y'all follow Always Cutting Barber Talking, Mr. Pringles the Barber. Have a good night.
All right. Yo, Mike Mix signing out. Once again, hey, at the end of the day, take from this, handle your emotions. It's a time and place for everything, and you don't have to resort to extreme measures to handle situations. That's for everybody out there. You do that, we might have a lower crime rate out here. You know what I'm saying? But you can handle everything differently. But nonetheless, check me out on Instagram, 6 Kids, 1 Tank. But most importantly, check me out on Facebook, WeNVLV, for all the latest Vegas information. I appreciate y'all brothers giving me a chance to join y'all platform, man. It's been funny as shit. But y'all be safe, though, and hold your nuts, too, at the same time. Not like Will.
John, go ahead.
King, always y'all say king. All y'all, don't let nobody get to y'all. And I'm out, and I will holler at y'all.
All right. Hey, Jack.
Yo, appreciate y'all having me out for the forum tonight. You know, we could go on this for days, go on in for hours. But you know, I appreciate you keeping it short and sweet, being considerate of all of our time. And I'll come out and do this with y'all whenever you want again. Jay Jackson on air, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Get what you could get and don't ever quit.
Be Ferg.
Hey, appreciate y'all having me out here, man. I love the discussion. I think about, the last thing Denzel said to him. He said, in your highest moments, be careful. That's when the devil comes for you. And, we need to keep that in mind, especially as black men trying to be on a better platform because people looking at us. They trying to shoot us down. So we can all learn from this, man. But I appreciate being on here. I love all y'all.
Well,
Word up.
Yeah, I just want to thank y'all for having me on tonight on this great platform you guys got here, and let this be a lesson to everybody. This what we seen occur yesterday on that show. I mean, that we all need to think things through. I mean, learn to manage our emotions better. You know what I'm saying, and learn and to love one another as black men. I mean, we need to stay together on that situation. And thank y'all. Y'all have a good night.
hey, man. So I love the panel. I love everybody that been on here tonight. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to keep it going. And no passes out there. No passes. We talking about a fake. It could be fake. It could be real. We're going to discuss, but definitely positivity for all black men and everybody out there. Let's go.
No doubt about it, man. TP the Genius, you know what time it is, man. Hold your nuts. As the fella said, hold your nuts. Own your shit. You know what I'm saying? Check your bitch. Okay? That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got for you. Don't let her check you.
All right, yo, man. So Money Mac, it's the champ. We about to get out of here, man. But I just want to say some words of encouragement, man. Men, just be men, okay? We are the kings. We are the leaders. We are the ones, the providers. We are the ones to take this step forward. Our women are to follow us. We are to be leaders. We are to be leaders among women. We are to be leaders among men. Yo, this has been another episode of Conscious by Nature, man. Stay conscious, everybody. Peace.